Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Lynn Carey, and today I just wanted to talk about healing, the basics. And I feel like the true basics of healing really are put together well or described well with the chiropractic philosophy. And what started changing everything for me, besides my experience in the medical world where they gave me unnecessary surgery, called it a success, and left me sick and in pain for many years with no answers. And the only suggestions they had for me were more drugs, whether it was antibiotics, painkillers, whatever, and nothing worked. And the best gift that happened there for me is knowing it was a dead end and they had no answers for me and couldn't do anymore. And if everybody could get to that place with the medical world, you will be so much freer because of the mindset that they have is such an enslaved trap. It's an entrapment. It keeps you sick. It keeps you in a disease state. So with the chiropractic philosophy, the turning point was me that the power that made the body heals the body. And we recognize that there's an inner wisdom, a life force, or innate intelligence, as we called it in chiropractic world, that is always running the body. As we're sitting here, all our organs are working. We're not consciously doing it with our mind. Can you imagine doing your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your lungs, growing your hair, growing your nails, growing new skin, blinking your eyes, all these things? Digesting your food? Can you imagine moving muscles in the proper way to walk and all this kind of stuff? Can you imagine doing all that at the same time with your mind? You couldn't. So obviously there is a higher power or a life force running your body. If you could just acknowledge that, it just shows you that there's some kind of higher force running this world. It's just like the universe, how does the ocean tides go in and out? How does the sun and moon go up, in and out? How does rain come in? All these things, we don't control that. There's a power. And if you align yourself to that energy flow, we are a part of that energy flow because it's in us, right? What's the difference between a person who's alive and a person who's dead? It's a life force. That's it. Your soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Can't really pinpoint it, right? But that power is always running your body. So when you become symptomatic, the first thing to do is not judge that it's bad. Symptomatic is just honoring that your body is in a process of repairing itself and making itself new, which it does anyway. But if it's symptomatic, it may just need a little more work. You may have come in contact with a little more toxins. You may have eaten something bad and your body's going to get rid of it. It doesn't mean you're sick. It actually means you're well. So we have to change our perspective. How do you stay well? Your body has to clear itself out, and you cannot interfere or judge with the process. When you have a fever, the worst thing you can do is take Advil or some kind of pill to take the fever down, because now your body can't get rid of the cancer cells, it can't get rid of all the debris it doesn't need, all the bacteria that's in there that doesn't serve it anymore. It raises the temperature to burn it off and you sweat it out. And if you interfere with that process, the body's not clearing itself out properly. Or once the pill wears off, the fever comes back usually because you interfered with the process. And now every time you take a pill, your body has to get rid of that toxin too. So see, when you rationally look at this and change your perspective, you become less fearful, you become more empowered, you honor what the body has to do, and now your immune system becomes stronger because the more you allow the body to just run its course, let the cold symptoms come out without taking a pill. Let the headache go without taking a pill. A fever without taking a pill. Stomach stuff without taking a pill. The next time it happens, it clears out much quicker. Every time you take a pill, or if your body's hooked on antibiotics or whatever it is, it takes longer for the symptoms to go because the body's trying to fight the medicine and do its job. So you're interfering. It just takes longer. You're not healing anything by taking a pill. Or God forbid, cutting out a body part. We do not have spare body parts. Every body part that you have is in there for a reason. Tonsils shouldn't be coming out. Appendix shouldn't be coming out. Let everything happen naturally. Your body will be stronger. So now I know if I start getting cold symptoms, they go away like that way much quicker now than when I was in my teenage years and I used to get strep throat all the time because they had me on so many antibiotics. My body was so depressed. So it's about honoring what is my body trying to do. And the next question to ask yourself is, if it's kind of a chronic state that you're in, of fatigue, stress, symptoms, where they're not clearing up as quick, you have to ask yourself, what is happening in my life that is causing this stress? Am I mentally stressed, emotionally stressed? Is something, a relationship causing me problems, a work situation causing me problems? Do I feel dread getting up every day? Am I eating too much junk? You can eat junk a little bit, but if it's constant and you're not getting any nutrition in at all, it's going to affect you eventually. And how do I feel about my life? This is why it's so important to really have every area of your life flowing, because it all comes out as either ease or dis-ease in your body. And that's what happens. It's just affecting the energy flow. So are you allowing your life force in your body to flow at 100%? And you know when it's turned on at 100%? When you're happy, when you're following your flow, when you're following your inspiration, your passion, your purpose, when you feel you want to get up in the morning and go. That's when you know everything's turned on at 100%. And that's when your immune system is at 100%. It's honoring the flow.